Welcome back, folks. You're watching Sport Federation TV. Remember, you can find us on YouTube. Just go and do a search for the Sports Federation TV YouTube channel for any of the reruns. Of course, if you want to find out more about the Western Cape Provincial Sport Confederation, visit www.wcpsc.co.za. Right, if you were in Cape Town last week, you will know that kickboxing recently had an event in Ottery where it was a World Kickboxing Championships competition there for the, I believe it was the middleweight division between Gregory Gans and Taket Karim from Belgium. So fantastic to have an event of that nature, that stature here in Cape Town. Now, a few of you have asked to see that again, and we'll take you now to some of the highlights of the kickboxing event recently held here in Cape Town. With me now to tell me a little bit more about that is the president of Western Cape Kickboxing, Josh Kluter. Josh, nice to have you back on the line, man. How are you?
JP, I'm always doing good, and it's always nice to be on Sports Federation TV, especially if one can talk about kickboxing within the province.
Josh, big event for us over the weekend, world title fight. Gregory Gans up against a fighter from Belgium. Just tell us a little bit more about that.
Yes, look, JP, it's obviously this weekend was phenomenal. We had the people on their feet with a fight between Gregory Gans from South Africa and Tariq Karim from Belgium. The fight was planned 2 months ago, so both fighters had ample time to prepare. And if you were there, you would have witnessed the of two great fighters. And with that, also, one can proudly say it is the first World Kickboxing title in Cape Town.
I'm feeling good, so I'm ready. I have a good physical condition, so no problem. I don't have any information about it. So I look one fight on the web. I see that he's a good fighter, but at this level, most fighters are good, so it's not a surprise for me. Fine. I have lose many kilos to be to the weight, but we succeeded. So
finally, I've been waiting for 2 months. Actually 2 years, because COVID happened and then it put us in pause. So now I can finally step back into the ring and see what I'm with. My preparation, my coaches worked me like three sessions a day for 7 days a week. So we've been preparing for the fight for a while now. No, not much. I don't really look up opponents. I prepare myself for every situation so that I don't get blindsided in the fight.
Well, we've got a little bit of a clip here for us to look at in terms of how it went on the night. Let's take a look at that, and then you can give us your input.
So that we have an art, a martial art that's in action. Good overhand from Gans, excellent overhand. Oh, good combination to the head and down to the body.
For our viewers that have just joined us, you're watching the World Super Welterweight K1 kickboxing title fight between South African Greg Gans up against Belgium's Taket Karim. With me is co-commentator and president of the RCFIA, Ring Contact Fighting International Arts, Mr. Joe Viljoen. Joe, the fighters currently competing on the K1 circuit, they're coming from all around the world. You're talking about some very tough competition. K1 is globally known as one of the toughest forms of kickboxing.
Yes, absolutely. And they've been tested, very good fighters. And it's the way you bring them up. You need to have that consistency, and you need to have them in competition consistently as well. And South Africa really needs that. South Africa and the African countries, we need to get more competition of that level so that they can move forward. And Ring Contact Fighting Art International is putting that specific platform out there to get these people formulated and all these fighters into a structure that we now can move forward.
Josh, just tell us a little bit, how did that come about? How did you arrange for this event? I mean, a big event for you guys.
I think the planning of this event emanated a year or so ago. Gregory fought for the world title in the lower weight division, welterweight. That was just before COVID, and he lost the fight on a split decision. And as we went on with the training and with the competitions, I had a talk with the president of Ring Contact Fighting, and came about that the super welterweight title was vacant, and because Gregory had a good standing on the Ring Contact Fighting Arts International ranking system, he had the first option to compete for junior for the world super welterweight title.
Josh, so looks very exciting. Certainly looked like it went down to the wire. What did you make of the actual fight itself on the night?
Look, the fight was very tight. It was really tough. I think, like I said earlier on, you had two kickboxers of supreme level, and there was no back from any of the two boxers. And I think the season was very close as well, although there was a little bit unhappiness from the Belgium side. That was reviewed later on again by the top officers of Ring Contact Fighting Arts International, and that concluded, that the winner indeed was Gregory Gans from South Africa. But the fight was tough, good techniques, good skills was displayed, and that is ultimately where we want all our kickboxers in South Africa to be.
Well, folks, here we go. This is the moment we've been waiting for. Who will it be? Will it be Greg Gans from South Africa or Takit Karim from Belgium? It's been exciting tonight. And the winner announced then, Gregory Gans from South Africa. The judges have given him the decision. A fantastic fight then tonight between Belgium's Takit Karim and Greg Gans from South Africa. And well, we said it would go down to the wire. And Gregory Gans walks away then with the World Super Welterweight K1 boxing title. The RCFIA Ring Contact Arts International World title. And there he gets given the belt. Well, an exciting moment. The Cape Town fans and all Gregory Gans fans here in Cape Town, they certainly would be very proud of his performance tonight. 5 rounds of K1 kickboxing action. It went down to the wire. Of course, good for Western Cape kickboxing, Josh. The fighters see where they can get to.
Absolutely. I think Gregory Gans will automatically become an idol now. And also a measurement stick, because in the Western Cape we have a lot of other kickboxers that trains with Gregory, they spar with Gregory, and they can measure themselves now in the sense that if Gregory Gans can become a world champion, it is not out of our league also to become a world champion. Yeah. So this fight was very important for our local fighters in the Western Cape.
Okay, Josh, we'll leave it at that. We'll say thanks for joining us. We look forward to catching up with you again soon. And congratulations on a fantastic event.
Well, JP, thank you so much. And definitely, I think it's from here on, especially as from month of May, the people in the Western Cape, they will see a lot of good kickboxing coming through. And we'll always want to be on Cape Federation TV to display and exhibit that kind of kickboxing.
There we go. A fantastic opportunity for a local kickboxer, Gregory Gans, from here in Cape Town, from Vibrant Sport in Ottery, is of course a member of Western Cape Kickboxing, winning a world title. That is really fantastic for sport in the Western Cape. Folks, we'll take a break. When we come back, we carry on taking a look at some of the sport codes in the Western Cape. Back in a sec. Don't go away.